Hi, everyone, and happy Children's Environmental Health Day. My name is Rebecca Rehr, and I'm the Director of Climate for Health at ecoAmerica. Joining me is Allie Skalnik, a senior at University High School of Indiana in Carmel, a student journalist and an activist. She is Director of Communications for the student-run grassroots campaign Confront the Climate Crisis and co-leader of Earth Charter Indiana's Youth Environmental Press team. Hi, Allie.
Hi, Rebecca. It's great to be here.
Thanks so much for joining me to chat, because I'm excited to announce that ecoAmerica has just opened the call for applications for the 2022 American Climate Leadership Awards. Earth Charter Indiana was a finalist and winner of $10,000 through last year's awards program. So, as an invitation to all of you to apply for the 2022 awards, Allie and I are going to chat a little bit about how and why Earth Charter Indiana applied and the key dates for you to keep in mind for the 2022 application cycle. So first, Allie, tell us a little about Earth Charter Indiana and how you got involved.
Yeah, so not this past Earth Day, but the Earth Day before, I got very interested in wanting to really make a difference in climate because I've been concerned about it for a long time, been anxious about it for a long time, and it felt like the right move to try to actually do something and release some of that anxiety. So I reached out to many different environmental organizations across Indiana, and I ended up getting a response back from Jim Poyser for Charter Indiana within like a matter of hours. It was quite amazing. And from there, he's just done a great job of including me in all these different programs and exciting things that our charter is kind of involved with. So the mission of Earth Charter is to come at climate change and racial issues and all these different things that have need to be spoken about in like the same room. They're all connected. Come at that from supporting young people in their endeavors, adults supporting young people. And so I've had a great experience with that so far. You mentioned I was in the Youth Environmental Press team, and then also Confront the Climate Crisis, which are two very different groups, do different things and require different amounts of support from adults and different kinds of support. And so that's kind of what we do.
Well, good for you for being proactive and sort of seeking out a solution, and also sort of not reinventing the wheel and figuring out like, hey, what's going on? Where can I plug in? And, did you find, you mentioned feeling anxious about the climate crisis and about, the climate emergency, plugging into active groups. Do you feel like that was a way to relieve some of that anxiety? Were you able to sort of being engaged? Is that an outlet for you to release some of that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I would say that not only is it so nice to have like this community of people who are kind of thinking about this the same way that I am and similarly concerned, and we can talk through that. I feel like anytime where there's just like an issue, even like in life, where it's like festering in the back of your head and you aren't doing anything about it, that just increases the anxiety tenfold. So I found that very helpful for me and would encourage anyone who wants to do something to absolutely do so.
Yeah, get active, right? Like, let's encourage everyone tuning in to get active in the climate movement. And we invite you to join us in climate action. So I know that Indiana leads the country in the number of youth-led climate resolutions for municipalities with 10 now. So congratulations for all of your success. Earth Charter Indiana has an innovative model that combines education, action, and unity with, as you said, youth leaders, and with policy and decision makers around the state. They do this through 4 key programs: resilient schools, climate camps, a statewide annual summit for Indiana mayors and city officials, and with resiliency coordinators. What do you think has really worked about this framing and this approach?
I think there are a couple main things. First, the adults in the program always talk about how powerful young voices are. And I think there's something very, very special about like a 10-year-old being concerned about the climate and reaching out to people and then just going to talk to their elected officials. Like that is going to get through to elected officials in a way that other adults speaking to them may not, because this person is a constituent of theirs, but they're also, they have no other reason to going to them other than just like very sincere, very concerned place.
Yeah.
And so I think that's very powerful. I also think that, I mean, I like to think this because I like to think we have good ideas, but I think young people have these new ways of approaching situations that it's helpful and invigorating for the climate crisis movement. So like specifically, I'm thinking about Confront the Climate Crisis, which is very much youth run and like adult guided maybe. The kinds of things that they've been able to achieve, like they recently announced, this just on Friday, that they announced 2 pieces of legislation that will be introduced into the US Senate in the 2022 legislative session. And that is unheard of in Indiana. And this will be attacking climate. This will be getting the conversation going in our in our Senate.
Yeah.
And so that happened because there's so much drive in young people and so much passion. And I think any effort to kind of help keep that passion alive is very worthwhile. I think that's what's really worked so far.
Yeah, I mean, when you show up and talk to someone and say, my future is at stake, you really mean it. So that's wonderful. And clearly the American Climate Leadership Awards judges last year in 2021 clearly thought that as well. They thought that your model was really working. And so that's why you ended up being a finalist. So how did Earth Charter Indiana decide to apply to the American Climate Leadership Awards?
Yeah, so I must say, I was not part of this conversation. Actually, I'm not, I think I probably was involved with Earth Charter at this time, but not in this kind of level. Sorry, my computer's freaking out. So I believe one of our board members, Dr. Philip Pelly, who I got to meet at Climate Camp, who was amazing, suggested that we go for this award. And it's been really great because sometimes it seems like stuff going on in Earth Charter Indiana is just about Indiana. So taking it to like a broader space. So exciting.
Yeah, so having your really successful statewide model be, getting some national attention was a big motivator, it sounds like. And it also sounds like there was an advisory board member who told you about it. And so I encourage everybody, everybody listening is hearing about the American Climate Leadership Awards. So you can, tell your friends about it too, because this is how we hear about it and how you're encouraged to apply. And my understanding is you almost maybe didn't apply because you wondered about eligibility. So we're glad you did. And so just so everybody knows, the American Climate Leadership Awards seek submissions and will be scored based on initiatives that first demonstrate leadership and success in engaging a broader diversity of Americans to build public support and political resolve for climate solutions. 2, have a strong track record of effective climate action, including clear program objectives, tactics, and measurable results. 3, document successful programs or initiatives on a local, regional, or national level that can be replicated by others on a local level. And 4th, and importantly, center diversity, equity, inclusion, and justice in their work. One thing that I think sets this awards program apart, and please note it is an awards program, it's for work that's already been done and you can show a track record of success, not for future work. But so it's an awards program. And one thing that sets it apart, I think, is that we take that replicability component really seriously. And each of the finalists actually writes a replication guide, which lays out the roadmap for folks so they can adopt successful climate action models. So Allie, what do you think of this approach? So Earth Charter Indiana wrote a replication guide. It's like, hey, here's what we're doing and here's how you can do it in your state. What do you think of that replication guide approach?
I mean, it makes total sense. I think what's so cool about, I wasn't part of writing the submission, but like as I'm looking at it, um, the guide that was created by Earth Charter Indiana is basically what they apply to like every single one of your programs. It's keeping mission in mind and connecting to students and trying to help them amplify their voices. So I'm so grateful that Earth Charter Indiana is doing this work. I'm so grateful that like it is something we can share and learn from each other about, because that's really the only way we're ever gonna get better at this.
Yeah, for sure. And sharing these success stories, I think only serves to invite more people in, gives people a model. People, I think where we are with climate is people are really starting to they get the issue, they're worried about it, but they get to that start and they're like, what do I do? And we're hopefully helping answer those questions with the replication guides as tools for people to use. So key dates for 2022 applications, nominations. So you can nominate individuals, you can nominate organizations. Nominations are due December 1st and applications are due December 15th, 2021. And in early 2022, we'll announce the semi-finalists, and then the finalists and winners are announced live at the American Climate Leadership Summit next March. So mark your calendars, end of March for the American Climate Leadership Summit. We've streamlined and simplified the application this year. 20 semifinalists will each receive $1,000. 8 finalists will receive $10,000. One runner-up will receive $25,000, and the winner will receive $50,000 to continue your climate work. So I hope everyone is thinking of people and projects that will make great submissions. Allie, thank you so much for chatting today, and congratulations to Earth Charter Indiana for all of your success. Actually, as we record this for Children's Environmental Health Day 2021, Earth Charter Indiana is celebrating 20 years. So congrats and happy anniversary. And to everybody listening, I hope you apply for the American Climate Leadership Awards today. Check out ecoAmerica.org for more details. Thanks so much. Happy Children's Environmental Health Day.